Seattle, Washington. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Seattle Seahawks taking on the Houston Oilers.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Oilers and the Seattle Seahawks. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. This will make it into the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happened, interceptions.
First carry for Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down now, it's Henry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And the final number, pretty impressive courtesy of Next Gen Stats, 21.4 miles per hour. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throw caught right around the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any...
Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. The beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This is Carson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On third down, it's Carson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
First down, Wilson. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll run on first down. Carson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Carson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Derrick Henry. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
I can't stand myself.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way.
Gostkowski for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
brings up 2nd and a yard at their 48-yard line.
On second down, it's Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Rashaan Evans on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Carson will take the handoff out of the option play. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
There on the tackle.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Here's a first down throw that's complete, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
There you go.
A 1-yard touchdown reception. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. And it is now 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And it'll move the chains. Nothing, our score after 1.
Oilers 21, Seahawks nothing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run it with Carson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Carson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On 1st down, Carson. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On the option, a handoff to Carson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the gun, it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, Wilson. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Josh Gordon there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston set to take over. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk.
start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 19-yard line.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. How about that? Their quarterback with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear.
The point after try for Gostkowski. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He's got Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Seahawk first down as Wilson finds Lockett.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down, and incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Got Gordon open, completes it.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
11 yards there, first down.
Well, you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson.
Incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And that's going to be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
That's a lot for your confidence.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First down, Oilers.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 37.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now we get a peek at the captain of the heading back out there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They run with Henry. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Seahawks 10.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
Again, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
The kicker on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Man, it's good to see you.
At the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is taken in at the 5. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the visiting Niners who are able to come away with the road victory. Raheem Mostert, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Nathan Peterman, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to urgency a little bit, maybe pump up
the... On first down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Throwing again. Wilson. Looking left sideline. incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. He was covered by Kevin Byard.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw again is Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Oh, hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even 2-touchdown lead, right? Because
Gostkowski for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some boxing, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he loses the football a second time. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, you play. You've got to take it.
First down carry for Henry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Wilson going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first, 2nd quarter, and now continuing. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to rifle and got his man complete. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Now he'll pull it down. He will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 62 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's the fullback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And I'm just wondering how many yards is he going to throw for? In the 3rd quarter, he's just... They begin with Henry. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
25-yard line.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
And room there to work it inside the 25. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Wilson. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for... Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Carson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This will be 3rd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
26. Seahawks, 35.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And now out comes Houston. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Situation. You're not thinking
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
38-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. The only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
again, it's Henry. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They go play action here on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt. What to do to keep them.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Wilson. Able to get this to Gordon. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20.
Throwing again, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again here, Wilson. And it's caught. And he is in for the Seahawks. From 10 yards out. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
And that's just another long line of passing touchdowns for him today. To say that he's been on fire, would definitely be an understatement.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Wilson will throw again. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
2nd and 6.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Derrick Henry with now 3 week 1 touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 10. A minute 44 to go. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get... So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
29 yards. First down.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Their mobile quarterback. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though. But the point after try for Gostkowski. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. Have 4 takeaways now. Last one, the interception on that previous drive.
Okay, work with me on this one because I think we've got to do the highlight video at the end of the season. Can you imagine putting this together? The high energy, the impact, all these takeaways cut into one sequence? I think they'll love seeing that on the big screen.
We'll let you do the highlight video. We'll see if they're going to try to get another highlight here on this defensive stand. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Caught right side, Tate. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 46. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for our visitors, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.